Hello everyone, I'm here today with a video and it's a little bit of a different video. It's a flip through, but this is not for travel. This is not for my pocket page roundup series. This is actually a flip through of my October daily album for 2021. It's the first time I did one. And I only posted daily still shots of the pages over on Instagram. I didn't do any videos for them because I wanted to keep it very simple. As you can see, this is a 4x6 album, so I was only allowed a very small space, and I really enjoyed that. So as you can see, this is a flip style album. This is actually from SEI, which doesn't really do much scrapbooking stuff anymore, and I've had this forever, and so I finally decided I'm going to use it for something, and I used it for this. And I think that's part of the reason why I love this so much, because not only do I love autumn, I adore it, but the fact that it was a very small project and I had a defined, very contained space really helped me keep on track with it. I basically did a layout the next day, every day. And so I only was one day out every time, which was perfect. And now here it is, just the start of November, and it's done. So let's look at it. So here's my opening page. This was a pocket card from Coco Daisy. I do their monthly subscription for pocket scrapping. And then I just added some little embellishments that came from Ellie's studio. Oh, and I did some ink splattering as well. And as you can see, I kept these really simple. For most of them, I just used a 3x4 photo, sometimes maybe a 4x4. And then I always included the date somewhere, just so that it would be clear which day it was, so it would be numbered. And let me tell you, this is the most I've ever used number stickers ever, I think. And I have a ton, so this was a really great project to get through some of those. Here I just added some washi with a simple pocket card, and over here this was just a 4x6 piece of paper that I already had cut. This larger photo fit on there perfectly. Couple little embellishments, the number, that's it. And then this was one of the very few 2-page layouts that I did, and that's because it was such a fun day and we had a great picture with my friends and myself, and I wanted to make sure that it got included. But again, here's my number. I have to make sure that's on there somewhere. I used lots of labels in this project. I also have a ton of those, so it's a great way to get through some of those. A couple little embellishments. Again, that's it. Kept it simple. And I have a lot of photos from walks because I walk pretty much every day whenever the weather is decent. And so I have a lot of my walks chronicled here, but it's fun because you can see the different stages of the leaves changing by looking through the photos, and I love that. So here I actually use a full 4x6 photo, a digital file that I had punched out, and then just a puffy sticker. Very, very easy. This is why I was able to keep up on it every day. Here I took advantage of a card I had that had 3 points on it because I actually had 3 things that I wanted to highlight, which worked out great. And then over here, I just used my fuse tool to create pockets so that I could use some sequins in there. And I had to make it match both sides, so it worked with what I did over here as well. And then this one, it's not very autumn themed, but it's what I did that day, so I figured I would include it. I guess the colors are kind of autumn-y, so it works. And then I was up north, outside, going on a little walk with a friend, and this was gorgeous, so I had to use it. And I also wanted to highlight the days where nothing really happened. That happens, you know, in October as it does any other time of the year. I just wanted to stay in and be cozy by the fire with my cats and have a nice, relaxing evening at home. And here you can see I wanted to document these beautiful reds and pinks that were happening, and so I showcased those. And then this again was on another walk. It just happened to be in a neighbor's yard, but I thought it was cool that they had pumpkins and gourds in there, and so I featured those. Another walk photo. And then this is another day where it was kind of yucky, not really a fantastic day, and so I stayed inside with some hot tea and just relaxed and just checked off the boxes that were applicable. So here we are on the 16th. We're halfway through the month already. Again, some nature photos on my walk. And then this was just something that I saw while shopping. It's a mundane activity, but I had to shop, and this happened to be in the store. Another walking photo. This was a day out that I had with my daughter, and we went to a couple cities in southern Minnesota, and they had this up at Septoberfest. And so I had my picture taken with Mater. Another walk. Look at this glorious red. Oh, I love the red leaves the best, I think. Another walk just in our neighborhood. And then I loved it that my son actually had on a bright pink sweatshirt, because really you don't use a lot of pink in autumn scrapping, but I got to do it here, and I had this fabulous leaf die cut that fits so nicely. And then over here, this was another night in. As we progressed through the month, we were watching or rewatching Mandalorian, and so I just journaled about that, being snugly under my blanket. And then this was another neighbor's house. They just had it decorated here a little bit for fall, and I quite enjoyed that. Threw some sequins in there just to give it a little sparkle. I used my fuse tool to make this page because all of them just came as a standard 4x6. So if I wanted any other kind of configuration, I had to make it myself. And then this Sunday, I went to the Museum of Russian Art, and so I wanted to showcase that. And they did have some lovely fall decorations outside. And then again, just a grocery shopping run. This was at Trader Joe's, but they had this set up outside, and I loved how fall themed it was. Threw a little wood veneer on there. Not too much happening here, but it's done. And then this night, I finally got to see Dune after months, actually a whole year of anticipation because COVID set it back. So I finally went to see that, and I journaled about it. Another walk. Now we're seeing more oranges here in my neighborhood, which I love. Beautiful acrylic piece here. And then this one was a rainy day. It really was kind of just a blah day, but keeping it real, I wanted to get that in there. And so I just did a little bit of stamping. That circle came on the card already. Threw on some embellishments, and it was good to go. And then almost to the end of the month, another one featuring red. I didn't feel like we had enough red this year. I didn't see as much as I normally see. So I definitely wanted to make sure that it made it in here. And I just picked some phrases that would work with the theme, a couple stickers, and called it good. And then this was my big event for the month. It actually happened on the 30th. My girlfriends and I went to an event at the Minnesota Zoo called the Jack-o'-lantern Spectacular. And it was $20 to get in. You walk along a trail, and they have something like 5,000 pumpkins that are carved and out along the trails. And so I picked some of the ones I really enjoyed, and I loved that there were some purple lights in there, so I could use a purple background. And then the final page is I watched Nightmare Before Christmas with my boys as our big Halloween activity. They're too old to trick-or-treat anymore. They don't want to do that or dress up or anything. So this was the activity we chose for the day. So you can see here, that is the end of the album. It's completed, it's done, and it's the start of November. I love it. So I hope you enjoyed following the layouts over on Instagram, and now you can see it when it's finished. Thanks for watching.